everyone! So as you can probably tell from the title and also the thumbnail, this video is introducing me, here I am, and talking a bit more about the guinea pigs, their stories, about their personalities and things like that. But first of all, I thought it was time for me to get over the fear of showing my face on camera and actually go ahead and do it. Basically, I really enjoy watching people's videos where there's someone there talking to the camera. I don't watch many videos outside of the pet world, but people that I enjoy when they appear on camera are Zoe Babies, because she's done a few videos recently where she's shown her face. Also, Hammy Looks, who's quite a new one. Skinny Pigs one, and also Budget Bunny, so thumbs up to those YouTubers and hello if you're watching. So I thought it'd be really good, especially for new subscribers, to kind of know a bit more behind the face of the guinea pigs, if that makes any sense. So we'll get started, and first up is Sprite. There we go. Hello Piggy. Hello baby. I think she's in a bit of a daze. You're just hanging there. I am supporting her bottom, by the way. What's wrong? It may have been because when I got her out of the cage I accidentally tripped up and whacked one of the water bottles with my foot, and sometimes when there's a loud noise Sprite kind of goes into a bit of a "what was that?" So anyway, she is still here, by the way. Hey you Piggy. A bit more about Sprite. First of all, a nickname which she doesn't really have. If I had to call her anything, it's probably just Spritey, because she is my little baby. I'll put you there. You're okay there, aren't you? Are you talking now? Are you talking? So Sprite is just over 4 years old actually. She's a bit of an old girl now, aren't you? Yes. That's my hair, not yours. So she's just over 4 years old. I got her in the summer of 2010 when I was in my second year at university. Sprite is, a lot of people always ask me this, Sprite is actually a lemon agouti breed, and she's wanting to run off. So she's an agouti, and what that means is that the individual hairs, if we can see her hair, each individual hair actually changes colour part way through. So on Sprite they kind of start off a dark brown and then they've got these like little yellow tips to them. So the whole coat is kind of flecked with a different colour, and that's the agouti breed. And there's lots of different colour variations. Loves the cage. She can find her way back to the cage from anywhere within the house. No joke. I could be downstairs in the living room, in the kitchen, I'll put her down, she will go through the rooms, go up the stairs all by herself and come straight into this room and stand next to the cage waiting to be put in. To say she's quite old, I think she's quite a healthy piggy. She eats, she's not a picky eater, she eats lots of hay, she eats a variety of different vegetables, she's not picky about them at all, and she's also the most active of my piggies, so she'll kind of do more wandering around the cage. When there's noises going on she'll popcorn and run about, still, even though she's getting quite old. And also, that said, though she is quite active, she will just, if I take her out for lap time, she will just fall asleep on my lap when I'm watching TV, and that's one of the things I really love about Sprite, because she's such a little baby. She's just so tame. She doesn't mind being held or anything like that. The only thing she does mind, which I don't think is unusual for guinea pigs, is actually being handled when I'm taking her out of the cage. That's the one thing she doesn't like. She will try and run away, but I'm pretty good at catching her now. So as I said, she will fall asleep on my lap, and that is really cute. Another thing which she also does when she's feeling sleepy and she's in the cage and you come up and stroke her, she will just do a yawn. And it's not just like this has happened once or twice, it's every time you go to stroke her when she's kind of in a relaxed mood in the cage. So that's Sprite. She is such a little character, she's such a sweetheart, she hasn't got a nasty bone in her body, and she is loved dearly by me, even though she's getting on a bit at you. And of course she knows the cage is over in this direction, so she's trying to... Okay, that's another thing. Sprite is a massive licker. Whenever you put your fingers anywhere near her mouth, she will just slobber all over them. Piggy kisses, some call it, which I think is kind of true anyway. But I think it's just really sweet. So that's Sprite. Yeah, she'll also give me a nibble when she knows she wants to go back. So next up we have Lola, also known as Lola Pig. Yes, my nicknames aren't very imaginative at all. So Lola is a Rex cross piggy. A lot of people ask me what her breed is, and I don't really know if I'm honest. As you can see, she's got a kind of hair sticking up all over. It's kind of wiry, it's not really very soft. So she's kind of like a Rex, but the hair is longer than a Rex guinea pig's hair is. So I think she's crossed with another longer hair breed. So Lola is about 3 years old. She wasn't fully grown when I got her in summer 2012 along with Annie. She was about 9 months old, they said at the rescue. So I think she's probably coming up to 3 years old at the moment. So Lola's personality. Unfortunately, she's not blessed with the greatest guinea pig intelligence. Bless her. She's a bit slow, she's a bit dopey, she kind of gets confused sometimes, doesn't know quite where she is, doesn't know where the food is or what she should be doing, which is really sweet. It's just what she's always been like. When we first got her, actually, we both kind of thought, is she blind? Because although there was nothing about her eyes in particular apart from them being red, it was just the way she kind of bumbled about and didn't really know where she was going. But I'm pretty sure she isn't blind. And even if she was, it did have some impaired vision of some sort, it wouldn't really affect her that much as a guinea pig. So one thing about Lola is she's absolutely obsessed with vegetables. She will actually physically attack vegetables. She just goes at them like mad and makes a right mess. So she's not fussy at all. She will eat anything, anything vegetable wise and anything fruit wise pretty much. There's a few foods which I've tried them on and the others will turn their nose up them. Like some of the really strong herbs like basil and mint, Lola will go for them and she will eat them, whereas the others won't touch them. She also squeaks extremely loudly for her vegetables. The guinea pigs can hear when I'm down in the kitchen preparing the vegetables, they can hear the fridge opening and the knife chopping on the chopping board, and I can always hear this one here squeaking her little head off because she knows that it's veggie time is coming. So she's clearly very greedy. She often tries to steal food off the other guinea pigs and often gets away with it, but then she might drop it and forget about it, so they'll get it back. Lola absolutely loves the company of the other guinea pigs. She always tries to kind of come over to them and see what they're doing, and often she'll get told off, she'll get a little nip or she'll get lunged at, which doesn't affect her in the slightest. She will carry on sniffing and annoying them, trying to see what they're doing, which is really funny. One thing that I often catch her doing is when Annie usually is drinking from the water bottle, Lola will come up and try to drink from the water bottle as well, the same water bottle. So there's another one right next to it, but no, Lola must insist on trying to get water out of the same one as Annie, which Annie obviously doesn't like. Lola gets told off by Annie and just carries on trying to do it. She's the sweetest little piggy ever. She's a bit slow, bless her. Hi you. But she's absolutely gorgeous. So this is Annie. There we go. Annie is a very big piggy. She weighs about 1.2 kilograms, so she's a very big female. And she's also much loved by people on YouTube. They always comment and say how they love Annie and she's such a big fluff ball and all that, so she's very popular as well. She's struggling. Annie is... I got her at the same time as Lola in the summer of 2012. She's a rescue piggy. I didn't mention that with Lola. Both Lola and Annie are rescue piggy. Their story is that they were collected, really. There was an old lady who was hoarding guinea pigs and her entire house was full of them. Luckily, she kept the females downstairs and the males upstairs, so there wasn't much interbreeding. But she had in excess of 100 guinea pigs, and obviously they were running free. There was no cages or anything like that. So apparently the house was in a sorry state, and the lady finally admitted that she needed some help, and the guinea pigs got sent all around the country to different rescues, and Millhaven got Annie and Lola, and then I adopted them. So we think Annie, she was fully grown when I got her. I think she's probably between 3 and 4 years old, although she could be a bit older, I'm not really sure. Annie is a Texel guinea pig. So Texel guinea pigs have this long, luscious, curly hair. They don't have a crest on their head. If they do have a crest, they're merino piggies. But Annie is a Texel, and she's got this lovely white coat and this little brown face, and that's why one of her many nicknames is Sheep Pig, because she's my little sheep. I also call her other things like Bossy Boots and Big Bum and Boss Pig and various things like that, which indicate her personality. She is extremely bossy, she must be in charge at all times, and in particular she likes to be the boss over Sprite. So a lot of her domineering behaviour is focused towards Sprite, unfortunately, who never really does much in response, so it's a bit strange, but I suspect that because she's been living with Lola longer, and Lola is a very submissive piggy, she never does anything back, whereas Sprite will sometimes kind of lunge back or nip if she's getting annoyed. So maybe I think Annie could think that Sprite might be threatening her dominance perhaps, but unfortunately a lot of the behaviour is directed towards Sprite. There's not much I can really do about that, but it's not to the level that I'm really worried about it or anything. So Annie doesn't like being touched, she doesn't really like being stroked apart from just behind her head, but you touch her anywhere else on her body and that's no-no. She'll go running off, she'll buck about and she'll be like, get off my hair, my luscious hair. But she's not the best pig to have out for lap time either, because she'll pee on you eventually. it won't take much time. So that's just Annie. Annie is a bit picky with her food. She's not like the other two who will kind of eat everything, and especially Lola who will eat literally anything. Annie really likes her leafy lettuces and things like that, so she'll go for them first, she'll hoover them up. But when she's had her fill of the lettuces and the coriander and the herbs and stuff, she'll kind of lose a bit of interest and wander off and do something else, and then maybe come back and have a munch on something else. Annie is definitely, she likes her water lots. She's at the water bottle a lot of the time, and she's always drinking, aren't you? So I think she's a very thirsty piggy. A little quirky thing about Annie is that she's got a really good nose on her. So I often do this game with the guinea pigs where instead of just giving them their vegetables, I kind of put them around the cage, make them work a bit for the food. They've got to sniff out the different things. I'll put them on top of the wooden things and inside the tunnels and all sorts of hidey places, and Annie is so good at that game. She will, in fact, when I'm not even doing it and I've just given them a treat, some vegetables at some random time of the day, they've eaten them pretty quickly. Annie will actually go wandering around the cage looking in all the hiding places where I would have hidden stuff if I was doing the game with them, which I think is really sweet. So she's really good at that. I think she's actually quite an intelligent piggy. So despite her being rather bossy, I think we can forgive her because she is a very sweet piggy. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was just a bit more information about my guinea pigs. If I didn't say, Annie and Lola are from a rescue, but Sprite was actually from a pet shop when I bought her in 2010. But I will always suggest that people go and adopt piggies because Annie and Lola are such wonderful guinea pigs, and I would have really missed out if I didn't check out the rescue and see what was available there. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you!